Welcome to Study Guide Forum. Today again we'll be looking at um, bearing and distance. And if bearing and distance, we are given a question. It says that a cottage is on a bearing of 200 and 200 degree and 10 degree, 110 degree from Dogbe's and Manu's farm respectively. If Dogbe walks 5 kilometers and Manu walks 3 kilometers from the cottage, from the cottage to their farms, find correctly those two significant figures, the distance between the two farms. Now, the second question there is that the nearest degree, the bearing of Manu's farm from Dogbe's. So now we say that the first thing we're going to do here is also to make a diagram of what we have to represent what we have here. We said from the question we can say that C, which is the cottage, has a bearing. We can say that okay, this is C, and then from what we have, you say that 200 degree. That is to say, the Dogbe, we can use D to represent it. Dogbe is 200 degree. That means here is 90. So that one 180. Then 200 should be somewhere around here, taking us down to this place. And we say that the Dogbe normally walk how many? 5 kilometers. That means from this place to his farm, we have 5 kilometers. Then the next one is Manu. Manu farm is somewhere here, and he goes what? He walks. That means 100 should be somewhere around here, down to the same place. So here is 100 degree. This place is 200, no, 110, sorry, 110 degree. This is 110 degree, and here is 200 degree. So what next? The question said the distance. We are calculating the distance between the two farms. That means distance from this point to that end. So from what we have, um, and the man used to walk 3 kilometers. From what we have here, then you know that here is 200, and the straight line here give us 180. The straight line give us 180. What we do now is that in order to get this very angle that we have here, which is alternate to this very angle we have here, the angle we have here, to get it means 180, 200 minus 180. We have it to be 20. Here is 20 degree, and this 20 degree is the same thing as here, at the same thing as that place. And the angle we have here is also alternate to the angle that we're supposed to have here. You understand? Inside this place. So what we have here, 180, 180 minus 110. That will give us 70. So here is what? 70 degree. Then here is also 70 degree. 70 degree. Now 70 plus 20 will give us a total of 70. We have 90 degree. Now we have 90 degree here, and we are looking for this. We can call this place. Let's use okay, here is my M. We can say is M and D. That's their distance. So to get this distance, we can say is based on the cosine rule. Based on cosine rule, or we can still use Pythagorean's principle. But based on cosine rule, what we have is 3 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 3 times 5 cos 90 degree. Cos 90 degree. Cos 90 degree is what? 0. 0 multiply all through, we have 0 minus here 3 squared will give us 9, while 5 squared will give us 25. So 0 subtracting this will give us the same thing. So what we have here is 25 plus 90. That will give us this will give us about 30. Should be 34. 34. All right, 20. Let me just be sure. Is 34. We have m d squared. So m d will then be square root of 34. Square root of 34. Square root of 34. That will give us 5 to 583 kilometer. Now I say that to two significant figure, we can then leave it at 5.8 kilometer. Now that is what we have for this. Now note, how do we arrive at this? We were able to get this angle there, which is alternate to that. We get this angle 2 here, which is alternate to this one. We're able to get what we want. Now the next thing we're going to do is to find the bearing of Manu's farm from this end, from Dogbe's farm. Now, to get this bearing, it means that we are going to consider all these places. Then we don't know this. We can call it also theta. We don't know it because if you add this angle to this, we get the bearing of this farm from this other end. So that is what we're going to do now. So looking at this, we have opposite to the angle, and what this one is adjacent to the angle. So we can use tan. Theta is equal to opposite to the angle, which is 3, and adjacent to the angle, which is 5. Then when we divide it, we have 3 divided by 5, we have 0. Equal to 0.6. That is our term. Then to get the value of the theta, which is this, then we look for, so it gives what we have here will be 3. Theta is equal to 30.96. Now the question says to the nearest degree. If we run it up to the nearest degree, it means that it will give us, this will give us 31 degree. But that's not the final answer. That's not the final answer, because we need this to make up. So what we have here, we have 200 here. This is 200. From here is 200. It's 200. So 200 plus 31 will give us 132 degree. That is, this is now the bearing. The bearing of M, Manu's farm, that is M, from Dogbe's farm, that is what we have here, is 235 degree. Thank you so much for coming this far, and we appreciate so much. If you are joining us for the first time, we need you to subscribe. That's the way you can encourage us to do more. And if you have been with us and you have not subscribed, we encourage you to do so. And then if you have any question, you can leave your question as at the comment section there. This very question will also appear in the description of this very video. Thank you so much for being part of the class. Goodbye.